What's up, guys? Welcome back to Daddy Dimes Radio for episode 34, and today we're starting off with an NBA Finals recap.
Obviously, as you all know, the Denver Nuggets have won their first NBA title with Nikola Jokic taking home the Finals MVP with Jamal Murray at his side, and great play from role players, kind of ending the Big Three era and proving that 2 stars and strong role players is a formula for success. Levi, what are your thoughts on the finals?
It was rigged.
How exactly?
Jokic, there's no way he makes that many shots from chucking it from behind his head.
Well, honestly, the Heat, they had a good run, but the Nuggets were the far superior team.
I wouldn't say far superior. Jimmy Buckets just didn't play like himself, like he did when he absolutely clapped the Celtics in the first 3 games.
He actually played like Jimmy Butler, like he always plays like. He just did not play like Jimmy Butler, which is a whole different side. So he played like normal Jimmy Butler. Normal Jimmy Butler, I think, is a little overrated because of how good he is when he turns into Jimmy Butler. But it is what it is. Jimmy Butler did not show up for the NBA Finals.
It's Jimmy Buckets.
It's really not, because he's still nowhere near Jokic, and honestly, Jamal Murray's up there as well Jimmy Butler. Yep.
Jamal Murray has not been talked about since the bubble.
He averaged like 25 in the playoffs,
but nobody cared
to help lead a team.
Who cared?
To the NBA.
Who on ESPN was like, "Oh, let's talk about Jamal Murray during the regular season"?
No,
nobody.
Because they were all talking about stupid LeBron James. Okay,
like well, they always talk about LeBron.
Exactly. So that's not his fault. All right, moving on. Levi, we're gonna have 2 little short NBA segments here, starting with Levi.
Okay. These are our way too early NBA rankings. This is our top 10 teams next year.
This is Levi's list that I'm going to critique.
So, in our first place spot, actually, should I go 1 through 10 or 10 through 1?
Go 1 through 10, because I feel like the bottom is more surprising than the top.
Okay, so number 1, we have the Nuggets. I say they should boo proper management and cut that Jokic dude and Jamal Murray and just have Michael Porter won't pass the ball. Just have him run the entire offense. At 2, I think the Celtics are going to be there.
Yeah, I think Celtics definitely are incredible.
So Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are obviously stars, but you put them aside. Marcus Smart, Al Horford, and whoever else they have, Derek White, they all suck. They would be bench players on any other NBA team.
Some of them are, and they're some of the best bench players in the league. And I think that's why the Celtics are my favorite to win the finals next year. I know I say it every year, but
and they never win.
But
because they need to get better starters.
They have the same formula, like I was talking about earlier, the formula for success. They've got 2 stars in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, which is a better duo, in my opinion, than Jokic and Murray. And then they have so many good role players.
I wouldn't say role players.
Robert Williams III, Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Grant Williams. That is 6 of the best role players in the NBA. Some of the best defenders. The 6th man of the year.
Marcus Smart only got defensive player of the year because he flops around like a fish.
Doesn't matter. If it works, it works. That's all I'm going to say. Celtics just need – if they had Mike Malone coaching them, they would have won the NBA Finals. That's all I'm saying.
All their role is they're quote-unquote role players. Their role is to wipe the bench and fill the water bottles while they let Jason Tatum handle the ball. And all Al Horford does is reach back to the motherland and shoot it like Jokic, but worse. It somehow makes it 1% of the time.
Obviously, you're a casual, but moving on.
A casual?
Yeah.
Obviously, you love the Celtics too much. They're overrated. They have not been able to secure against the Warriors and Jordan Poole.
The Warriors are the best team in the past decade. Jordan Poole used to be good.
2016? the 2016 Warriors were.
It's same players.
Steph has aged. Clay got injured, just came back, not as good. Jordan Poole, not very good. Draymond Green just punches people now. And who's the other dude? Wiggins.
Wiggins
is good, but
give me Wiggins over Iguodala. Not even gonna lie. I know that's a hot take, but
I pick Iguodala. Okay.
And obviously, Wiggins lost a lot. Like, he was being talked about as Finals MVP last year. Obviously, he shouldn't have, and Steph deserved it. But I mean, this year his mental health stuff just kind of got in the way, and people are kind of forgetting about him. And he's a little underrated these days.
Oh my gosh. Okay, at 3, I have the Bucks. Giannis is going to dominate this year.
Honestly,
he's winning League MVP, League Defensive Player of the Year, League Offensive Player of the Year, if that's a thing. And he's going to win another ring.
I have to agree. I think that this is going to be Giannis's revenge tour after losing to the Heat like a little bum.
I'm pretty sure the Heat almost swept your Celtics.
Brook Lopez is aging like fine wine. He continues to improve. Same with Drew Holiday, honestly. Chris Middleton, he's kind of doing the opposite. So I think they need another good wing player. But Giannis is about to pop off this year. I like him as my MVP favorite.
Okay. Next up, I have the Suns. I think Chris Paul is going to get traded to who knows where. And it's just going to be Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and DeAndre Ayton doing nothing for how much he gets paid. But I think Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are just such a lethal duo, way better than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And they're just going to get buckets left and right. Well, DeAndre Ayton gets the rebound the one time they missed during the year, even though he doesn't get rebounds, because DeAndre Ayton has one job, which is get rebounds for the 2 good players on their team.
But going back to that, they need better role players and they need a deeper bench.
They need better role players.
They need to get their bench better.
Who needs role players when they have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker?
Well, obviously, they lost to the Nuggets.
Well, yeah, that was with Chris Paul. Chris Paul's too good.
Chris Paul was injured.
Exactly, he's too good. Okay, next, I have the Warriors. I think Steph is going to play phenomenally. I think Jordan Poole is going to be average. Not as good as he was when they won the championship over Jason Tatum's head. But I think he is going to play better than he did this year, which was absolutely disgustingly terrible.
I mean, he started off about the same pace for the first half of the season, and then he just couldn't make a shot.
I think Draymond Green's going to be terrible, and he's going to get sat down, and Kuminga and Wiggins are going to be the power forward and center.
Honestly, that's going to be the key for me. If the Warriors are going to be top 5 without improving their roster by getting a new center, Jonathan Kuminga is going to have to really live up to his nickname. But that's not quite appropriate for this show. But moving on to number 6, Levi.
Okay. Next up, the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell is Timothy Mitchell. He will dunk on your head. He will cross you up and drop 71 on your head. With Darius Garland, with Mobley, and Dean Wade. Mobley and who's the dude with the super big afro?
Oh, Jared Allen. But more importantly, Dean Wade.
Yeah, I know. Dean Wade will cross you up and get a rebound on your head like Dennis Rodman. But, okay, moving on. Next up, the Kings. Oh, why am I blanking on their... De'Aaron Fox. Got him there.
Okay.
I think the Kings are actually going to be decent for once.
They were the 3 seed this year. They were above decent
They lost
already.
to the Warriors. Jordan
in 7 games.
Poole.
In 7 games to the best team in the last decade.
Nobody cares. I think they just need to get rid of that Sabonis dude. He doesn't really do anything.
Oh my God! Why do you hate Sabonis?
I don't know. He just doesn't do anything.
Except be a top 3 center in the league.
Top 3 center.
Actually, top 4. I put Bam ahead of him.
Embiid, Jokic,
Bam, and then Sabonis.
Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama.
Honestly, true. Give me Victor Wembanyama, which we'll talk about in a second.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, this is what, number 8?
I don't know. Let me count. This is number 8. The Pistons. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey. Oh, this is the dude that wanted to punch LeBron.
Isaiah Stewart. Man, that guy's a bench warmer now. They have Jalen Duren and James Wiseman.
Exactly. They're going to
Look
play
for James
phenomenal.
Wiseman to win
Look
Most
for
Improved
James-
Player.
Most improved player, Isaiah Stewart. He's been in the ring. He is ready to take LeBron back on.
They also have the number 5 draft pick this year.
I think they're going to draft Amen Thompson.
And I think he'll get drafted before that, which we'll get to in a second on my mock draft.
Oh, no, I meant Asar Thompson. Because Asar is honestly underrated compared to his brother because Amen is always seen as the better twin, which kind of leaves Asar a little overlooked.
But then I understand that, but I personally, you'll see in my mock draft, I don't really want to spoil it, but I don't think he's the best fit for the Pistons since they already have Cunningham and Ivy.
No. Point guard, Cade Cunningham. Shooting guard, Jaden Ivey. Small forward, Asar Thompson. Power forward, Isaiah Stewart.
Oh my God, Isaiah Stewart.
Center, James Wiseman. That is such a good backcourt with Isaiah Stewart and Asar Thompson.
Okay,
Exactly. You're left dumbfounded by this knowledge.
Yeah, because it's so stupid.
Okay, next is the Thunder. With NBA All-Team point guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, who runs around people and gets buckets. And then they're going to have J-Dub, Chet Holmgren,
And a lottery
and Grady Dick.
Nah, he'll get taken before that likely. But
Darius Hawkins.
that is a consideration. Again, you'll see in a minute. I don't think he's the best fit for the Thunder because they already have Giddey.
No. Shai.
Calm down. You can't just read.
Shai at point guard. Josh Giddey at shooting. Darius Hawkins at shooting guard. Josh Giddey at small forward. J-Dub at power forward. And a healthy Chet Holmgren at center. Who is stopping that team?
Because J-Dubs, honestly, he played power forward this year, but he's too small to be a power forward, honestly.
You're too small to be a power forward.
We need you'll see. Number 10, explain that one. This is the spicy one.
Okay. The Rockets. You see, the Rockets are going to sign James Harden once he leaves the 76ers behind with that bum Embiid. And then they're going to trade with the Raptors, and they're going to give away... Crap, I'm blanking right here. Jabari Smith, sorry. I was thinking about who they're going to trade. Jabari Smith for Pascal Siakam and a draft pick for Siakam. And that's going to have Harden, Jalen Green, players that they could draft, and Siakam, whoever else is on that team. But I think they're going to be exceptionally good once James Harden goes back to the Rockets and starts cooking again and hopefully won't turn fat this time. So that's my top 10.
All right. Now, that took too long. So moving right into my mock draft. It starts off pretty basic with one guy kind of falling.
Ooh, Cam Whitmore. I forgot about him.
One guy kind of falling quite a bit. And then a few surprises kind of at the end. This is just my lottery. So we got the first 14 picks. Starting things off at number 1. I am going to be taking Keontae Johnson out of Kansas State to the San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama.
Bust!
Moving on. Top 5 player in the league already.
For maybe 2 years before he tore his ACL on both legs, Achilles, and is out for the rest of
By
his
the way,
life.
there could be moves for trades. Like Levi mentioned, the Rockets, also Trailblazers, Hornets right here. But Hornets with the number 2 pick. I like them to take Brandon Miller over Scoot Henderson. Since they already have LaMelo, I think Brandon Miller's a better fit. I think he's going to come into the league and already produce. I think Scoot's going to be good, but Brandon Miller is going to be good right away. Then I like the Trailblazers. Honestly, I think there'll be some kind of trade, whether they trade Dame or they trade this pick.
Dame's leaving them.
But he can't just leave. They have to actually trade him.
Well, they're going to trade him. That's what I meant. Dame's too loyal to leave.
But then if nothing happens, they'll take Scoot Henderson. Really, it's kind of a tough pairing since he's only 6'2" to play out there with Dame. But Dame can kind of be his mentor, especially since they already have Anthony Simons.
Scoot Henderson's going to mentor him in the gym. You see that man?
So honestly, Scoot Henderson is not the best fit. But
why they take Brandon Miller, which is where the Hornets take Scoot Henderson.
Nah,
LaMelo Ball's too risky.
the Hornets don't care about the Trailblazers. LaMelo Ball's already made an All-Star, hasn't he?
All-Star for the most injured team. Him,
Okay.
Zion.
Okay. Have you heard the rumors about Zion going to the Hornets?
No.
There's rumors Zion might get traded to the Hornets.
Imagine that. LiAngelo Ball.
And that would mean the Pelicans have the number 2 pick where they take Scoot Henderson.
Exactly.
But Rockets, Levi had his trade, but I like them to take Amen Thompson. Pretty much the next – no, he's not really James Harden. Play style different, but he would fit alongside Jalen Green. He would fit alongside Jalen Green pretty well. Number 5, the Pistons. Cam Whitmore is the perfect fit for him. Underrated guy. Played 1 year at Villanova. Fits in perfectly with all their other young guys over Ausar Thompson, who I have going to the Magic to play with Markelle Fultz. They've got a lot of point guards over there, but Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs haven't really been what they were supposed to, so I like Ausar Thompson over them. And honestly, this draft class is stacked. Ausar Thompson could typically be a top 3 pick, honestly. Number 7, Pacers. They take a little bit more of a risk on Taylor Hendricks, but I think he's a great fit for them, and they already have several good young players like Ben Mathurin, Tyrese Halliburton, and they're kind of starting to transition towards being a play-in or low-seeded playoff team, and I think Taylor Hendricks is a high-risk, high-reward guy that is a nice fit for them. Wizards at number 8, I like them to take Anthony Black. There's a lot of rumors about Bradley Beal being traded right now, and that could mean Porzingis gets traded too. Anthony Black is going to be their point guard, shooting guard of the future. Then the Jazz did a lot better than expected this season, and they need some more outside shooting. This is where they go to Grady Dick.
They take another Kansas star.
And then here at Dallas, this is the steal of the draft, falling all the way to number 10 as a projected top 5 pick. And being a perfect fit for the Mavericks, I like them to take Jarris Walker. If they're able to keep Kyrie, Luka, Kyrie, and Jarris Walker is a deadly trio. Look out for that next year. But obviously, I don't think Jarris Walker – it's very unlikely Jarris Walker falls this far. The Pacers could take him, but Mavs would – this would be a great steal for them. I like the Magic, who already got Ausar Thompson. With the 11th pick, I like them to take Derek Lively. Wendell Carter's not a bad center, but Derek Lively has more upside at 7'2".
The Magic were trash at defense. This man is a 7'2" center who is an amazing shot blocker. They will actually get some defense.
I mean, honestly, the Magic could be really good next year with this starting lineup. Markelle Fultz, Ausar Thompson, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Derek Lively. Mm-hmm. Real good. Then the Thunder take a little bit of a high-risk, high-reward guy here, Noah Clowney.
He's a clown.
Out of Alabama. Solid fit for the Thunder. Projected to go more near the 18 to 20 range, but he's the best fit for them and could provide some athleticism.
Jordan Hawkins.
I don't think he's the best fit. Then the Raptors, likely to lose Fred VanVleet this offseason. They get their point guard replacement with Jalen Hood-Schifino out of Indiana. I think they'll take him over Nick Smith just because Nick Smith kind of disappointed in college. And then finally, last pick of the lottery here. If the Pelicans don't make any moves with Zion or anything, I think Jordan Hawkins is a solid shooting guard fit for them to give them some three-point shooting that they kind of need. And we're gonna skip just because this is taking longer than expected. We're going to skip our NFL segment, save that for next episode, and we're going to do our MLB All-Star voting here. So let me share the screen, and we'll get to it. All right, so Levi, you can help me with this here.
Oh, yay.
I've filled this out once a few weeks ago when it first came out, but let's go back to it. We're sorted by OPS here. American League. Obviously, we love our guy Vladdy.
Which is why we're taking him.
But Yandy Diaz has been absolutely incredible this year. We're going Yandy Diaz.
No, we're not.
The Rays are the best team in baseball, and he's been incredible.
The Rays are not the best team in baseball. That's obviously the Padres.
Record-wise, the Rays are. Here's what we're going to do. I'll do the AFC, you do the NFC, and we're just going to talk about it together, though.
The AFC?
Or the American and the National.
The American Football League.
That used to be a thing.
No crap.
Okay. National League first baseman. A lot of solid good options here.
Freddie.
I agree. Freddie Freeman. Second base.
Oh, this is obvious.
Clear answer here in the American. Got to go Marcus Semien.
No.
Who?
Jose.
Jose just got back from injury. He's barely played. All right. And then National League.
This is obvious.
Yeah.
Hyun-Sung Kim.
Luis Ariz. Dang, bro. I didn't realize his average has already gone down to 378.
That's so terrible.
I know, but I want him to hit 400 so bad. And he was at 400 like a week ago. So that means he's like 0 for 12 in his last couple games.
Okay, good. Okay.
Third base.
Scroll down a little bit. There you go. Wait.
Matt
You got
Chapman.
one more.
Honestly, I like Matt Chapman here.
No, Rafael Devers.
Nah. Not really having.
Then take Jose.
Yeah, I'll do Jose Ramirez. Third base for the National League is a little bit weaker this year.
This is obvious.
Who you want?
Nolan Arenado. Mr. Shiesty.
Shortstop, it's got to be Corey Seager
It's
having an
got to be
unreal
Wander
year.
Franco.
Wander will get there soon enough, but Rangers have been incredible. Shortstop in the National League's a little weaker this year,
Yeah,
but
keep scrolling. Scrolling. Yep. Keep on
okay,
going.
none of these guys deserve it.
Trey Turner.
No,
Scroll more.
Trey Turner
more.
only has a below
Yeah, more.
700
Yeah.
OPS.
A little bit more.
Yeah, we're at the bottom. You want to
They
do a
don't
ride-in
have width.
player? He's in the American
Oh,
League.
my bad. I don't memorize this crap. I vote Xander Bogaerts.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Why not?
Pick some. You know what? Actually, good enough.
Good enough. You become a shortstop in the MLB.
All right, catcher.
This is
Salvi
obvious.
has been playing well, but I love Adley Rutschman
Yes,
too.
this is so obvious. Matt Thies.
Give me Salvi. He deserves at least
No,
one more before he
it's
retires.
Adley Rutschman.
Give me Salvi.
As
One more.
much as I love Salvi.
Rutschman has plenty of time. Salvi's running out. Sean Murphy in the National League.
Will Smith.
Okay.
Will Smith, you. You don't select him. He Will Smith you.
I don't care. Outfield, 3 players.
This is so obvious.
Aaron Judge,
Yep, click him.
Jordan Alvarez,
Click him and find Mike Trout.
Randy Rosarina. Give me the top 3 in OPS. I like them all.
Okay, this is obvious. Ronald Acuna, Fernando Tatis,
Okay, give me Corbin Carroll at least.
Mike Trout. Is Mike Trout an American?
Yes.
Why are we not selecting him? The best center fielder of all time?
Doesn't deserve it this year.
You don't deserve it this year.
Look where he is. All the way down here for OPS. He's batting below 250.
You think I care?
I don't care.
He's so good. Get rid of Jordan.
Jordan is obviously. I don't know why Jordan's kind of out. I feel like I would put Jordan. Actually, you got Shohei at DH, but who do you want in the National League for your third outfielder?
Mookie Betts.
Bro, I love Corbin Carroll
Fine,
so much.
take Corbin Carroll.
Thank you.
No.
Okay.
Shohei.
DH in National League's a little weaker. You want to go Soler? Because we
Fine.
yeah, I like Soler. So those are our picks.
What about pitcher?
You don't get to do pitchers for some reason.
Hmm.
All right, and then to finish off this episode, we got College World Series run through real quick. So just looking at this bracket, obviously 8 teams going to Omaha. The first game was already played today. Oral Roberts beat TCU, which TCU is the only Big 12 team, so we kind of root for them. But I love Oral Roberts. They went on the big
Gummy bear streak.
basketball run. And, yeah, they gave out gummy worms if you get a hit. So I'm cheering for Oral Roberts to win it all. But in that bracket, who do you think comes out of that bracket? Oral Roberts, Florida, Virginia, TCU. I got to agree. Florida, they're really good. Bracket 2, Wake Forest, LSU, Stanford, Tennessee.
I say LSU. Stanford is not a design.
Yeah, I don't think
they shouldn't be there. If Texas owned some sunglasses, they would have caught that ball.
Sure, we'll go LSU. I kind of like Wake Forest because they destroyed Alabama, and they're the number 1 seed. But we'll mix it up a little, go LSU. So championship, LSU or Florida?
I-T-L-S, Florida.
Honestly, I kind of like LSU, but you like Florida?
No, I like LSU.
LSU to win it all in the College World Series. Florida does play Virginia today here in about half an hour. So if you want to watch that, watch it.